Hi Virgo, welcome to your April 2019 love reading for single people. It's Rena, and I did this with Cancer. I'm going to do it with you, where I don't even put the cards on the table. I'm just holding it in my hands as I pick them. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh, interesting. Let me look at this for a second. The heart of the matter is the Lover's card. Now, this is a reading for single people. So it seems like I always lapse into relationship scenarios, and I do have the Six of Swords, like leaving. There's like cards that like almost like making a choice, and the Lover's card too can be a choice. So I'm not quite sure what to make of this, but I mean, the Lover's card in general could be that you're ready for love, that you're ready for that deep relationship, that committed relationship. And Virgo, you probably know that your sign represents the Hermit in the Major Arcana. And so obviously a hermit is somebody who is content with living alone. But you may realize that you want someone who is going to be a life partner. So it does have a more substantial feel to it or ring to it than just, oh, I want to have an affair. I just want to have a good time. I think that you want to be intimate with somebody, not just on the physical level, but emotionally. In the past position, we have the soulmate card. Now, this could mean different things. This could mean that you thought that you were with somebody who was a soulmate and they turned out not to be. That you have in your mind been kind of like maybe not trying to use the law of attraction to get that soulmate, but that it's been something that you've been thinking about quite frequently, or something along those lines. I think might even be more what this card represents in the past position, that you finally are ready for it, and so now you're attracting it, which is how it goes. You know, the timing, they say timing is everything, right? And so let's keep going and see what it says. The higher message is the Six of Swords. This is a card of leaving a situation that is maybe contentious for a peaceful situation, harmony. This can actually be moving, relocation. So it could be suggesting that in order for you to have these things occur, Virgo, you're going to have to move somewhere else. Now, it goes without saying that this is a general reading and this is not meant to give out personal advice. And I'm pretty, I try to make that pretty clear because some people take things very seriously. And I never tell people what to do, and I wouldn't advise people to use an online tarot reading to rule their life. But think about if that makes sense in your life based on other factors, like, has your business or your company talked about, wanting some of the employees to move to a different country because they're expanding, and you were already debating on whether or not to do that. Well, if this is something that is already coming up in your life in some way, this reading could simply be a confirmation of that, that is the way to have even your love life improved. Maybe it's going to improve your professional life, but it'll also be where things happen. Just think about it this way. How many people find the love of their life when they go off to college and maybe they move somewhere far away? And it's like that's where they meet the person that they spend the rest of their life with. If they had never gone away, they wouldn't have met that person. Sometimes it's not about that. It's not trying to say, oh yeah, if you move, you can just cure all your problems. They call it that, the moving cure or something. No, obviously not. But sometimes things are meant to be, and they're not in your own backyard. You have to kind of like leave that environment in order to find that person. And what crosses you, or what is preventing you from realizing your dreams, is the Death card. So, I mean, there are many possibilities here. I mean, first of all, if you are a widow or widower and you are contemplating falling in love again, it could be, it could definitely be that scenario, because the soulmate card is in the past position. And you may have felt that this person who passed away, whether it's your spouse or a partner, was your soulmate. And you may feel like, how can I have an intimate relationship with somebody again after that? Because it's like, maybe you feel guilty about it, or you simply believe that that person was your soulmate, and that there is nobody else that could measure up to that person. And I think that timing is a big part of that, because if it's relatively fresh, then it's absolutely understandable why you would feel that way. And it's okay, it's okay to feel like you still love somebody, and even if they're gone, and yet you may want that intimacy. You may want to have companionship, and you don't want to spend the rest of your life alone, and that's okay as well. If you can appreciate the relationship for what it is and not try to compare it to another relationship, then that will serve you very well. The Six of Swords in that context, if your loved one has died, could be that you might have to just uproot your life so that you're not living in the past, so that you're not living where you and your deceased loved one used to go to the movies or went to certain restaurants, and it always reminds you of that person. That I could see that really prolonging the grief process. But if you leave, it's not that you're shoving it under the rug, but you're not allowing yourself to just be constantly reminded of it, because it's going to be there anyway. But the more that you can be forward looking and seeking, the better off that you'll be. And there was something else I wanted to say about this situation. I can't remember. That's okay. I was going to say about the Death card, that in general, it may be that you won't let go for some reason from a past situation, and that's impeding you finding that mate, because you have to have an open heart for that. And while you maybe it's in your mind, Virgo, that's what you want, but your heart is lagging behind. The advice is a card that I would say is about strategizing and also going it alone for now. So whether there is a loss that you experience through death that you have a hard time getting over, or the end of a relationship. Maybe you didn't want this relationship to end. I'm talking about a past relationship. And so even though a part of you wants new relationship, you haven't let go of the last relationship. The Seven of Swords is about really maybe you need to break away from a social circle that included your ex, or that, is always going over old ground. I get this feeling of movement, of maybe, being in a transition, and you just had a full moon in your sign in February, Virgo, and it was a super moon, so it may have felt like a really powerful punctuation mark, to end a certain phase of your life. And so the Seven of Swords can be, I'm going to just go it alone for now. I'm not going to try to replace somebody with somebody else, but also strategy. How am I going to do this? Like, how am I going to have a new life? I get this feeling of a new life for you, Virgo. And how am I really going to, what are the nuts and bolts of this new life? The outcome, another card, and this could be overseas, Two of Pentacles. Although this card can be about juggling two things, like two jobs specifically, it could just be like being very busy, but it can be that you accept a job overseas, over a body of water, so far away, usually. And again, that's kind of going along with that Six of Swords, about taking a journey. And that may be where everything starts to open up for you. But in any case, I mean, that Two of Pentacles can mean that you've got your hands full as it is. And so that may be another good reason to kind of, keep to yourself, keep that, the idea of the Lovers card, keep that definitely as something that you are aspiring to, even if it isn't true for you in the moment per se. But, another thing is maybe you meet somebody, I'm wondering if this is a Gemini versus an earth sign individual. Or a Gemini versus a Cancer, because the Six of Cups can be a Cancer individual. And so you meet, you heard the term feast or famine. Maybe you were single and then you have two people on your hands and you're trying to decide. Well, that's perfect for a Virgo because your sign is a dual sign. All the mutable signs are double signs. So I could see a Virgo person juggling two relationships. But anyway, that's what I have for you, Virgo. If you'd like a private reading, the link is below. Have a great month. Bye.